To the pandemic now, and a snapshot of the daily new case numbers in this country. Atlantic Canada and the territories have no new cases to report tonight. BC and Alberta will have their weekend tallies tomorrow. But for the third day in a row, Ontario has reported more than 200 cases. Quebec has the biggest spike with 279. That's Quebec's largest single-day increase in more than 3 months. Canada's chief public health officer is again reminding Canadians not to get complacent. Part of the problem is that some people just don't care. Mike Armstrong explains why and what researchers want governments to do to shift attitudes.
Who lives here?
This video may be the perfect example of young people and indifference towards COVID-19.
If you have 8 people in the house, then that means you can really only have 2 people over.
2 over?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a police officer in Ohio breaking up a small house party on a university campus. The students were breaking the rules, having too many people at the home.
Yeah, you might want to start clearing them out, man.
Yeah, that's fine.
Please.
But when the officer pulled up information on one of the occupants,
Hey, Zach, can you come here?
he found something shocking.
I've never seen this before. There's an input on the computer that you tested positive for COVID?
Yes.
When was this?
This was a week ago.
Are you supposed to be quarantining?
Yeah, that's why I'm at my house.
As it turned out, several people in the home had tested positive for COVID-19 and were still having people over.
So you're not quarantining if you're mixing with other people.
140, okay.
So everybody here has it.
Direct.
Oh my gosh.
Now, that sort of disregard fits perfectly with a new study by Quebec researchers. 1,500 people were polled. They found young people are less scared of the potential consequences of COVID-19 and less likely to follow safety protocols. What was surprising was that young people were also most likely to overestimate their chances of contracting the virus. Many think they're going to get it and still don't follow protocols.
They are very well aware of what they are doing and the consequences on their own risk to contract COVID-19.
That's one of the reasons the researchers say governments can't only focus on a medical response to the virus. Whether it's targeted advertising or fining rule breakers, the social side to changing attitudes and actions is vital.
The disease spreads because of our behavior. So it's not only a medical problem, but it's a problem of the society.
Now, there was another group that stood out in the study as less likely to follow directives: men. Compared to women, they're less likely, for example, to wash their hands, or if they do, to wash them well.
So who all lives here?
Another example where a cavalier attitude can have consequences. Mike Armstrong, Global News, Montreal.
The wife of former Prime Minister Jean Chrétien has passed away. Aline Chrétien died peacefully Saturday morning, surrounded by family in her Quebec home. She rarely spoke in public, but behind the scenes, she was her husband's most trusted confidant, advising him on key decisions in the 40 years of his political career, including the Quebec independence referendum in 1995. That same year, she helped save the Prime Minister's life after coming face to face with a knife-wielding intruder who had broken into their Ottawa residence. Aline Chrétien came from humble beginnings in Shawinigan and met her future husband on a bus when she was 15 years old. They married 6 years later and celebrated their 63rd wedding anniversary this week. The cause of death has not been made public. Aline Chrétien was 84 years old.